Hello everyone, how are you? You all right? I'm your teacher Khurram, and you probably might be thinking in your mind that why I've started speaking in English. The reason behind this is that although this course is mainly intended to be delivered in English, I've started from Urdu so that people who have a few difficulties in Urdu can catch up to us. But what I would do is I'll mix and match. If anybody got any kind of a trouble or a problem, please do communicate with our course leads so that I can amend way of my teaching. So in this section, we will be learning about a very high level overview of how the internet works. Although internet and networking in itself is a separate field, we just want to get the basic understanding of the working of our internet. So that means that we would not go on to too much details. We would just look on that topic from a very shallow point of view. Yeah, let us imagine in our mind that we have opened a new business. We have made an office for our business also, and in our office we got two computers. Now we want to connect those computers to each other so that these computers can share the files or they can share the resources between them. We need to connect both of the computers with the wire. So we need to have a wire connection between them if we want our data to communicate between those two computers. Let's go a bit deeper into that thought experiment. So we have done some expansion. We have increased the size of our office, of our organization, and now we got 4 different computers in our organization, and we want to connect them to each other. From each computer we would have 3 wires coming out which would connect to other 3 computers. For example, this computer has 3 wires coming out from it, and it is going into the other 3 computers. When you are thinking about the wires, mostly those wires between the computers for our communication are Ethernet cables. These cables are connected to our PCs with the help of Ethernet ports. Each of our computer also need to have 3 ports at least to connect with other 3 computers. That means when we increase the number of computers in our office, the number of wires also is increasing, and number of sockets or number of Ethernet ports is also increasing. Let's now imagine that our business is doing really good and we had major expansion, and now we got 8 computers in our office. We want to connect all of them to each other. Now think for a moment how many wires and ports, by ports I mean sockets, on your computer, on each computer you would need. So I'll give you like few minutes to think about it, and then I'll show you how each computer could be connected with others. Yeah, hopefully you would have thought about it. Now let me just show you how the connections would be carried out. Let's take the example of this computer on the left side. Now you can see from this computer 7 different wires are coming out and is going into the other computers. So each computer got 7 connection with other 7. That means each computer needs to have at least 7 ports or 7 sockets inside it. Now, not many computers have 7 sockets, and if I ask you a question, is that model practical and is that model reproducible also? Good companies, they want to have a organizational or administrative setup which is reproducible. That means no matter how many expansions happen, same thing could work in every situation. I'm giving you a question to think about it. Just think in your mind, is that efficient model first of all? Secondly, is that model effective also? तो मैं कुछ मिनट आपको देता हूं सोचने के लिए, आप इसके बारे में सोचिए. तो इसका जवाब ये है, ये बिल्कुल भी प्रैक्टिकल नहीं है और ये रिप्रोड्यूसेबल भी नहीं है, ये इफेक्टिव भी नहीं है. इसकी वजूहात क्या है? सबसे बड़ी वजह यह है कि आपको हर कंप्यूटर के अंदर बहुत ज़्यादा सॉकेट्स या बहुत ज़्यादा ईथरनेट पोर्ट्स चाहिए. जैसे जैसे हमारे कंप्यूटर्स की तादाद बढ़ती जाएगी, वैसे वैसे हर कंप्यूटर के अंदर उतनी ही हमें ज़्यादा पोर्ट्स की ज़रूरत है कि हम उस कंप्यूटर को दूसरों के साथ डायरेक्टली कनेक्ट कर सकें. दूसरे नंबर के ऊपर आपने देखा है कि कितनी सारी हमारे पास वायर मेस है. तो इसका हल ये है कि हम एक और डिवाइस यूज़ कर सकते हैं जिसको हम स्विच डिवाइस कहते हैं. तो अभी आपके सामने ये जो मिडल में डिवाइस है इसको स्विच डिवाइस कहते हैं। फॉर एग्जांपल अगर कोई भी कंप्यूटर दूसरे कंप्यूटर के साथ दूसरे कंप्यूटर के साथ कम्युनिकेट करना चाहता है तो उसको डायरेक्टली करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है। वो अपना मैसेज पहले स्विच डिवाइस को भेजेगा और फिर स्विच डिवाइस से होते हुए वो मैसेज दूसरे कंप्यूटर तक चले जाएगा। अब इससे हुआ ये है कि हमारे पास कम्युनिकेशन के अंदर स्विच डिवाइस की वजह से एक पिवटल पॉइंट आ गया है। पिवटल पॉइंट से मेरी मुराद सेंट्रल पॉइंट है। उसकी वजह से फ़ायदा ये हुआ है कि हमें बहुत सारी इंडिविजुअल कनेक्शंस की जो ज़रूरत थी वो ख़त्म हो गई है। और हर कंप्यूटर के अंदर अब आप अगर देखें तो पोर्ट्स का क्या हुआ, अब हमें हज़ारों पोर्ट्स की ज़रूरत नहीं है अगर हम हज़ारों कंप्यूटर्स के साथ कनेक्ट करना चाहते हैं, बल्कि एक ही पोर्ट या एक ही सॉकेट बहुत है, क्योंकि वो स्विच डिवाइस में जाएगी और आगे स्विच डिवाइस जो है वो तमाम के साथ कनेक्टेड है। रियल लाइफ में ऐसे ही बड़े बड़े ऑफिसेज के अंदर डिफरेंट पीसीज या स्टेशन आपस में कनेक्टेड होते हैं हब के ज़रिए या फिर स्विच डिवाइस के ज़रिए। तो नॉर्मली स्विच डिवाइस जो है वो हुब डिवाइस से ज़्यादा इंटेलिजेंट होती है। सो हम हुब के बारे में नहीं सोच रहे, हमने ये सोचना है कि जब भी किसी ऑफिस में हम कंप्यूटर्स को आपस में कनेक्ट करना चाहते हैं तो हम स्विच डिवाइस को यूज़ करते हैं। ये जो स्ट्रक्चर है, जो एक ऑफिस के अंदर हमने 8 कंप्यूटर्स को स्विच डिवाइस के ज़रिए कनेक्ट किया हुआ है, इस सारे स्ट्रक्चर का एक और नाम है, इसको हम लोकल एरिया नेटवर्क भी कहते हैं। द रीज़न वी कॉल दिस नेटवर्क अ लोकल एरिया नेटवर्क इज दैट each computer is connected to the other computers in one physical location. So all of this network is in one physical location or is in a one kind of environment. So by physical location and by environment I means it could be in one office, it could be in one building. So it is based on a specific environment or is based on a specific location, and the physical location is limited to certain area. मुझे थोड़ा सा ज़ुकाम भी हुआ है, अगर मेरी आवाज़ थोड़ी सी वियर्ड हुई है तो उसके लिए मुझे माफ़ कीजिएगा। To connect local area network to internet, we have to use another device which is called router or router. In Britain we call it router, that's the way it's being pronounced here, but in American accent it's being called router. Now router is a device which routes the packets along the internet. To reiterate, we need to understand whenever we want to connect our local area network to our internet, we have to use a device which is called router, and without a router our LAN or our local area network would not be able to connect to internet.